Good afternoon and welcome to William Ball Stadium for today's 2024 NHIAA Boys Division II Soccer Semifinal game between the Spartans of Milford High School and the Bobcats of Oyster High School. Now let's meet today's starting lineups. First, for the Milford High School Spartans. A junior midfielder, number 4, Gage St. Ange. A sophomore midfielder, number 6, Eric Arsenault. A senior defenseman, number 8, Jake Newbeck. A senior forward, number 9, Avery Wilson. A senior midfielder, number 10, Vincent Arsenault. A sophomore forward, number 11, Kaimani Velez Vargas. A senior defenseman, number 13, Kenyon Sora. A senior midfielder, number 14, Jonas Mangum. A senior defender, number 17, Bryce Larco. A sophomore midfielder, number 18, Matt Pettengill. A sophomore, number 12, Darian Batchelder. The Spartans are led by head coach Anson Tebow, assisted by Noah Pitts. Now let's meet the starting lineup for the Oyster River Bobcats. The senior defender, number 3, Oliver Sterndale. The senior forward, number 4, Torrin Saunders. A senior defenseman, number 6, Jack Gill. A junior midfielder, number 9, Max Scapel. A senior midfielder, number 10, Wilson Kim. A junior midfielder, number 13, Kaylin Cox. A sophomore midfielder, number 14, Xander Ahn. A senior defender, number 18, Corey Handworth. A senior defender, number 21, Tommy Aldridge. A senior midfielder, number 22, Dylan Bruner. A senior, number 1, Caden Pare. The Bobcats are led by head coach Akanam and assisted by Danny Watson. Your officials for today's game, Mr. Kevin Sullivan, Mr. Chris Morgan, Mr. Sean Murphy. The NHIAA and its member schools want to thank you for coming out to support your team today. High school sports are an extension of the classroom learning experience. The student athletes competing today have worked hard in the classroom and on the field this season, and as we encourage them to demonstrate good sportsmanship, we would also like to ask that you, our fans, help make this event a meaningful one for our athletes by showing respect for your team, the opposing team, the coaches, and the officials. In the unlikely event of an emergency or fire alarm activation, all occupants are to leave the stadium via the nearest exit. Exits are located at both ends of the playing field. And fans, please be reminded that for the safety of the players, coaches, and officials, no fans are allowed onto the playing surface at any time before, during, or after the game. And now, would you all please rise? Gentlemen, please remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem.
And good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Bill Ball Stadium here on the campus of Exeter High School in Exeter, New Hampshire, as the NFHS presents the NHIAA Division II Boys Soccer Semifinal, as the first game of two will feature the Milford Spartans, the 3 seed, taking on the number 2 seed Oyster River Bobcats. My name is Dave Collins, joined by Rich McDonough and our producer-engineer Steve Cody, spinning the dials, keeping us on the air this afternoon as we get you set for the first of two semifinal matchups. The next game will feature Lebanon taking on Campbell, the number 5 seed against the number 1 seed, and those two teams will advance to the championship on Friday. Rich, as we welcome you into the broadcast booth, these two teams ready to battle it out. Milford, the Spartans beat Co-Brown 2-1 to get here. Oyster River beat Hollis Brookline 1-0. So both teams, simple victories, squeaker victories, I should say. But there are some keys to today's game as well.
Sure are. You've got Oyster River. You always got to like a 2-3 matchup. I don't care what sport we're dealing with. But 2-3 matchup, you got OR coming in at 15-2. Milford is 13-2-2. And they, like you said, they had that great comeback win versus CB and 2-1 in the quarters. But Oyster River, both teams are very well coached. They've won 9 straight, have the Bobcats, and they just got to stick with it. They've kind of forged their team identity down the stretch. Keep cooking. Keep what's working for you. They've got smothering defense and goalkeeping, so stick with your knitting, as people say. But they want to stay. They want to keep their spacing. Milford's very well coached by an OR graduate, by the way, and they're very well coached, and they got to take advantage of their corners and their crosses. For their part, Milford Spartans, again, they come in 13-2-2, and they're third in the final standings, and they want to clog the box. That's kind of who they are. They want to clog the box when they're defending, and then they want to sweep. They've got good sweepers. And then, again, you have to have great goalkeeping. I played soccer goalie and lacrosse goalie, but they also have 9 seniors, and they want to lean on. They know who they are. So this should be a terrific matchup, considering all those things we just discussed. But I'm glad to be doing the game with you finally.
Excellent. 40 minutes up on the board as we're ready to start the first half. Temperature 70. Yes, it's November, but it's 72 degrees outside. Sunshine, no chance of precipitation. Lights are on here as we expect darkness to take over in about an hour from right now. Not much wind to speak of, if any. It will be blowing from our broadcast location across the field to the far sidelines as well. Portions of today's match brought to you by Service Credit Union. They are the official credit union of the NHIAA and New Hampshire High School Sports. You can learn more about their free financial literacy programs at servicecu.org/NHIAA. That's servicecu.org/NHIAA. And Final Forms leads the way in sports registration for compliance, health, and safety of our athletes, and they are an official partner of the NHIAA. See more at finalforms.com. That's finalforms.com. Oyster River in the blue. They'll be going left to right across your computer screen and tablet. Milford Spartans in white going right to left as we are underway for the first of two matches here at Bill Ball Stadium in Exeter. Milford and Oyster River, as we mentioned, the winner will take on Campbell and Lebanon. That game to take place as soon as we are finished here.
And it's a good job by Oyster River started with the ball there in royal blue out there, and Milford, great job touching it back to the goalie, get everybody involved early and taking it off the boots. Good job sweeping. Like I said, they sweep.
You can see Oyster River sort of in a man defense. Usually you'll see a 3-3-3 layout or a different form of combination, but they are marking their men right now. As for Oyster River.
Yeah, nearest the camera right there. Look at number 13, Keelan Cox, is a guy I wanted to keep an eye on. He's very lanky, rangy. I was watching him warm up. Really good athlete.
Neither goaltender has been tested yet as we are a minute in. And now for Milford, they send it to the far side of the field.
Yeah, that was a nice ball.
Trying to make some moves right there. Being guarded by Sterndale of Oyster River. Milford still has control, though, as they look to set something up along the near side. Here's Arsenal with it. Arsenal being worked. A little hard pass to St. Ange.
Be looking forward to seeing the Arsenal brothers, see how they work together. We've been doing it since they were kids.
Mini breakaway by Scopel along the far side as Oyster River in blue looks to move up into Milford territory.
Nice ball.
Minute and a half in, still no score as they send it down towards the corner. Battle for it there, it goes out, and it'll be a throw-in coming the other way for Milford.
And you saw there, number 13, Kenyon Sora for Milford. He's got wheels. He absolutely has wheels, and he also has a big leg right there, as you just saw.
So that will be probably, Rich, the strategy, sort of a dump and chase like you see in hockey. See if you can lead your player to one of the corners and see if they can beat out the defender to set things up in the offensive end.
Exactly. You want to get those through balls out to the flanks and then, a cross or a chip inside and attack.
Battleford right here, and a good takeaway there by Wilson Kim, one of the seniors for Oyster River in blue. So they look to have 4 defenders back. You can see Milford trying to cheat a little bit with Wilson. Can't go past those 3 defenders. It'll be offside, but he's towards the front of the pack. The ball comes towards the near side, and here's Sora with it.
Yeah, look at the nice spacing, though, for Milford. Like I said, they're very well coached. Again, Oyster River 2017 grad at the helm for Milton and Anson Tebow, and he's done a good job building this club back. And you see the nice triangular spacing. They're very well schooled on it.
Spartans reverse the ball to the far side of the field. They send it back right there to Newbeck. Newbeck gets it right back, trying to move it ahead this time to Abear. Goes out of bounds and a throw in for Oyster River along the far side. 36:50 remaining here in the first half. Just underway, scoreless here in the semifinal between Oyster River and Milford. Ball still played along the far side, and a battle for it there. Good job of keeping it in bounds momentarily for the Spartans. But now it's Oyster River's possession.
And young folks, if you're watching this, you can go both directions in this game. You want to use your backs, and better hit the reset switch. Better we have it than they have it.
Yeah.
Stay in control.
Goalkeepers have to stay on their feet too, because you never know a misplay right there. Didn't see much of that last night in the D2 semifinals. A foul will be called against Oyster River, so a spot for a free kick here for Milford from right about, it says the 40-yard line on the artificial surface here at Exeter.
And Jack Gill got all ankle and no ball right there before Arsenal went to the the turf.
Takes that, knocked away by Oyster River. Back out of harm's way. Still controlled, though, by Milford. It's Arsenal again who took the free kick. Almost hits the deck there. And Oyster River looks to break out. They've got a man going up the middle.
Ball. Beautiful through ball.
Here's Saunders with it. Gets hung up just a bit. Pushes it out to the left-hand side. And now making a move. Trying to get it to Saunders. Went off the side of his leg and rolls in on the goalkeeper for the first official shot of this match.
I'll tell you, Batchelder in the goal for Milford. He's a sophomore, so that is a wealth of riches if you are a coach. When you have a sophomore playing at his level, you've got 3 seasons in front of you, and you just got to smile.
Playing like a veteran, too. Battle of nines over there. That was Wilson for Milford. Now taken off the ball by Scopel. Milford has it, though, and here's Arsenal again. We're going to be calling his name a lot this afternoon as he has it right now. Gets it off to the left-hand side. Here's St. Ange. Fires the shot. That one goes wide, but it's picked up by the goalkeeper, Caden Parr.
Well, I'll tell you what, Tommy Aldrich, number 21 for the fellas in blue, he rotated back in the nick of time and got just a piece of that ball, and that kind of disrupted the flow as they tried to cross.
Back into Milford territory right now, still scoreless with 34 minutes and 30 seconds remaining here in this first semifinals. The ball goes out. It'll be a throw-in for the Bobcats along the far side.
The turf here at Bill Ball Stadium, I've coached lacrosse for years, and it's a really, really good surface.
Well, let me ask you, what's the difference of playing on that? Are these guys used to playing on grass, artificial turf? What's the adjustment that each team has to make?
Yeah, good call. The ball rolls a little faster on the turf, and obviously there are fewer bumps. And but Milford, for its part, they're going to be playing on all kinds of different surfaces. HB went to turf a couple of years ago, but they're all used to all of this stuff. I mean, and then they play indoor. Yep, you're at the sports center, and it's all turf now. Unlike 1,000 years ago when I was playing ball.
And no dirt spots on the uniforms when you hit the deck.
That's for darn sure. Everybody looks pretty.
And again, no precipitation in the forecast. We dealt with a little rain last night, so the ball was a little slick. But again, 70 degrees right now and sunshine for a November afternoon under the lights here in Exeter.
Now, you just jinxed me as I left my car window.
Well, no snow in the forecast, that's for sure.
Well, that's for sure.
Ball being played in midfield, and a foul will be called against Milford's Vince Arsenoff. So a free kick coming out for Oyster River. 33-10 remaining here in the first half, and we are still scoreless.
Arsenoff giving a little payback on that one since he was rudely greeted about 5 minutes ago.
Kick taken. It's just dumped off to the left-hand side. Here's Scopel with it. Trying to make a move. Gets around one man. Scopel still with it. Nice defensive play there by Arsenoff.
Yeah, he came up, rotated right up into the pocket, and way to take it off the boot. But good sweeping by the fellas in blue.
Almost looks like he plays that rambler position where he's all over the field. As this one is sent in. Opportunity there and a good defensive play. That time by Magnum for Milford to kick it out. But a corner kick up coming for Oyster River. We're mentioning Arsenoff. He is all over the place. You know, in between the defense, can play in the striker position as well. So he sort of has free range of the entire field.
Yeah, he's a gifted athlete, and we're going with no in-bending kick here, but a nice little chip and over the baseline. And it did go off of the white Milford defender right there.
He tried to get it to Saunders for Oyster River. Short kick there. See if they try it again. We'll try to send it into the box.
Yeah, he's looking long.
This one goes into the box. Low line drive kick, and Milford able to kick it all the way out. It'll make it to midfield and roll out of bounds, and a throw in for Oyster River on the far sideline for Sterndale. 31-48 remaining here in the first half. Still no score in the semifinal.
I think these guys, they didn't play this year. And I think they're kind of feeling each other out, like the opening round or two of a boxing match. And that, that's to be expected. These guys are kind of testing the water, as it were.
Testing the officials, too, as we get a foul called against Milford. Third foul called in the match. If anything, they can call as many as they want, just be consistent for both sides. That's all the coaches asked for. So Oyster River again with a free kick.
And the fellas are using all 120 yards of this big field here so far.
Sterndale to do the honors.
That's a good boot.
Sends this into the box. Who's got it there? Headed goes off the head of an Oyster River player, so a 6 kick coming out for Milford. Good idea, just sent it a little bit long.
Yeah, Jack Gill couldn't get enough hair on that ball. just probably gave him a little bit of a mohawk on the way down.
Portions of the match brought to you by Digital Programs. Rosters, team photos, and more are available in the championship digital programs while you watch at home. You can view the programs on your laptop, tablet, or mobile device. NHIAA.org. That's NHIAA.org. Milford with control on their own end. Along the near side, this is Kenyon Soar, one of the seniors. As Rich mentioned, Milford, a bunch of veterans here on this team.
Yeah, they know who they are, like I said, and look at the beautiful spacing right in front of us, nearest our camera.
Playing tic-tac-toe with it right now is Arsenoff.
It's very
called
poised.
It before, tries to send it to the corner, race for it there. Wilson, can he get there in time? Actually, that is Velez Bogus, and he cannot do so. So a 6 kick coming out. Great defense right there by Oyster River to keep him, the Milford player, from getting the ball.
That's just two good athletes going after the ball. It's just great competition. Love seeing it.
A sprint to the corner. 29 minutes, 47 seconds remaining here in the first half. Still scoreless between Oyster River and Milford. Winner of this match will take on the winner of our next match, which will feature the Lebanon Raiders, the number 5 seed, against the Campbell Cougars, who are ranked number 1 coming into this tournament.
Yeah, and Campbell's a wrecking machine this year. We'll talk about that, but they have dramatically outscored their opponents all year.
Little ping-ponging back and forth right around midfield.
That's a great chip.
And now here's Cox with it. Cox trying to get out wide through the defenders. Gives it over this time to Bruner. Bruner gets stopped, though. Great defensive play by Milford. And the Spartans come the other way as they try to lead. Here's Wilson with it. Wilson for Milford trying to turn the corner. Fires the shot. Great save.
Fantastic save. Absolutely by Caden Paré.
And here comes Oyster River the other way as we go back and forth here with 29 minutes to go in the first half. Still no score. Goes down to the far side. With it for Oyster River, this is Kim. Kim trying to make a move. Actually, that is On. On gets it taken off his foot, but it goes out of bounds off of Larko of Milford, so a throw in deep in the corner.
I'll tell you what, Avery Wilson, when he was attacking the goal mouth right there, he got his left boot swinging. I don't know if you've noticed it. He scuffed the turf with his cleats, and he didn't make full contact with that ball. But nevertheless, Paré made a beautiful save.
Yeah, coming out there with the foot.
Yeah, we'll use whatever works.
Right in the middle of the goal mouth. Ball still loose. Here's a shot taken in.
And at pace.
Deflected by Milford. Out to the near side. Another throw-in coming for Oyster River along the near sideline. 28 minutes, 10 seconds to play. First half, still no score.
Well, and you saw Keelan Cox when he wound that one up. I said he's a good athlete, and you saw how powerful that strike was.
Here comes Milford the other way. Again, knocked out of bounds. Milford with the throw-in. Pace has picked up just a little bit here in the last 3 minutes of game action. The feeling out process, I think, is pretty much done for now.
Yeah, they're all hands are on deck right now. They're in the flow.
Oh, missed it right there, and it's picked up there by Kim. Can he get it to his teammate? No. And Milford will pick it up along the far side.
And there's that nice spacing for the Spartans again.
Milford, that's Arsenoff. Great job of looking behind him to see if he was going to be marked. Now he sends a ball deep on his horse once again. This is Wilson. Wilson picks it up, fires. Great save. Ball's still loose, though, right at the goal line. And Oyster River able to clear it out. Oh, two golden opportunities there for Milford. And again, Harry stands on his head.
He is a thief right now. That should have been in the back of the net. It was outstanding goaltending. That's what it takes, though.
And then a great job by the defense to look at that ball and see it was still in play and clear it out of there.
Exactly. Very difficult sometimes when you have a knuckling ball going over, well over the 10-foot crossbar or 8-foot crossbar, and you can kind of lose your bearings at times. Like we've seen wide receivers. You're a Philadelphia fan. You've seen wide receivers get dizzy when they're looking up in the air.
And especially with the sun glare, too. Although most of the stadium here, Bill Ball Stadium, in shadows, lights are on.
It's just a great venue.
Throwing upcoming here for Oyster River. Still scoreless, 26-27 remaining in the first half. Oyster River and Milford in the semifinal for Division II. Ball sent ahead, but Milford intercepts.
And we're seeing right now OR doesn't have quite the spacing discipline that Milford is showing, but they're showing they're very athletic.
Ball gets knocked down. Milford collapsing on defense right now.
They're really bracketing the ball carrier so quickly and so athletically. Very difficult to penetrate that back line.
Tried to send into the corner of the box. It almost looks like, too, Rich, that Milford is bringing an extra man back to play on defense.
Yeah, they're rotating behind the play. And the beauty is when you do that, you've got a quarterback back there. Mm-hmm. And you can see what's happening from behind. You don't have to get the goalie barking it out, although that helps.
Throw in for Milford right at midfield. Again, scoreless, 25-25 remaining here in the first half of this semifinal.
Yeah, Dave, when you bring that up, part of our discussion pregame was that they can clog the box, Milford. Mm-hmm. They're very well schooled at it, and we're seeing it. It's good tactical stuff.
Milford Spartans trying to get something going. They'll reverse the field over to the far side. Wide open, Velez Bogus sends it ahead. He had lots of room to work with there. Milford
That's all right.
Trying to get something going. The ball ping-pongs around. And Oyster River finally to keep possession as it goes towards the sideline.
You see all their back liners are way back this time. I think they're worried about old number 9 making another attack and strike.
Yeah, he's got that acceleration, turns on the jets as soon as he sees the ball coming his way.
Yeah, he could play wide receiver. He's got that kind of speed.
Milford Spartans with the ball right now. Knocked away there by Kim. Going to retrieve it is Newbeck for Milford. And he'll send it the other way along the far side.
Look, they're all about 10 yards apart.
Here's Arsenal with it. Tries to send it ahead to Wilson. Good job there by handwork of the Oyster River Bobcats to knock it out to the far side. And the ball goes out of bounds. And the Bobcats will have a throw-in along the far sideline. 24:08 remaining here in the first half. Still scoreless in Exeter.
Handwork with some nice footwork.
Throw-in goes towards midfield. And again, it's knocked around by Milford.
You got to watch. You get your boot up too high, you get a dangerous play call over there.
Ball bouncing around. Bobcats trying to clear. There's Scopel with the opportunity, and he dribbles it out of harm's way.
Got to meet his mom earlier, walking into the stadium. Real nice lady. Hi, Linda.
Cox with it.
Nice
Sends
ball.
it ahead along the near side. Here's Bruner. Bruner has some room to work with along the near side. Being battled off there by Sora. Can he turn the corner? No. Great job by Sora. Although Bruner pushes it into the box. Look out. It's still a loose ball. And Milford able to clear it out.
Fire drill right there. Look at this big boot here.
This one is deflected high in the air. Who's got it? Headed out of the box. That time by Milford.
Boy, I
Still
tell you,
bouncing around like a kickball.
Jack Gill is dangerous even outside the top of the circle there. He has got a big leg.
Gill tried to reload it, but lost it, and now it goes all the way back, and now the goalkeeper will have to come out for Oyster River to play it.
The speed, the absolute speed, lights out by Avery Wilson. Boy, I'm impressed.
Sent to the corner here, Saunders. He gets to it in time. Along the end line, Saunders gets taken down, and a whistle and a foul will be called against Milford just outside the 18-yard box. Very close. Very close.
Flirting with success and disaster all at once.
You can see where that ball is resting after the foul is called. Maybe a yard or two.
Yeah, this is deadly. Yeah, it's 2 yards outside the larger box there. And the fellows are going to line up at the 18. We'll see what they do with this one. This is interesting.
Kim to take it for Oyster River. Still scoreless. 22 minutes and 10 seconds to go here in the first half. Free kick right now deep in the corner for Kim of Oyster River. See if he tries to loft it or line drive it. Line drives it. Headed out by Milford. Though goes right to the foot to Cox. Fires the shot. And that one is high and out of play.
Yeah, he was falling backwards toward the turf, and that got kind of like a wedge. This is why I don't golf. But and that went vertical instead of kind of headed for the crossbar.
Couple of substitutions for both teams now as a 6 kick coming out for Milford. 21:37 remaining here in the first half. Still no score. Couple of good opportunities for both teams here early on.
Batchelder with the big leg.
And that one skips over into Bobcat territory. Sent back all the way to the goalkeeper. See if he reverses it here. Nope. Tries to keep it on the far sideline.
Both teams using their goalies really well.
Lots of space right here for Oyster River. Sent ahead, but it hits right in the back of the leg, Arsenov.
Yeah, he didn't know where it went initially.
Now with it for Oyster River is Kim once again. Wrestled off the ball by Wilson. Good job by Milford on the collapsing defense. It'll send it out of bounds. The Bobcats will have a throw in along the far side. Quickly they get to the ball, but now we'll slow down the pace just a bit.
I tell you, Velas Bogus for Milford is a real good athlete. Number 11. Keep your eyes on him.
Sent into the box, booted out there towards the sideline. As Milford tries to clear. And they're able to do so. Now a little bit of a rally going. Plenty of space to work with. This is Barb with it. Barb, a great collapsing defense by Oyster River. Here's a breakaway by Saunders. Look at the Saunders in. Fires and scores. Gives the Bobcats a 1-0 lead with 20-23 remaining here in the first half.
And that all started with the sweep that you called out. Great rotation to take that away from the boot. And I don't know if you get an assist on that because he did most of the work himself on the way in, but you saw the jets, the absolute jets at Saunders as he closed that. His defender couldn't catch him.
Yeah, and Batchelor, the goalkeeper, give him credit, but he was sort of caught in no man's land trying to come out and cut off the angle.
You know, it's that moment, as a goalie myself, what do I do?
Yeah.
Here it comes. It's coming at me whether I like it or not. I was an old linebacker as well. My attitude was go get it, you know. But it's a thankless job at that moment.
And especially when the striker with the ball is coming right at you, not from an angle either. It's not like you can cut it down. He was going straight at the goal. So he had his corner to pick and put it in the back of the net.
And he was doing a 4.7 40. That was just fast. I don't care. It can't teach speed, right?
No. Milford looking for the equalizer right now. We've got 19:49 remaining here in the first half. Oyster River with a 1-0 lead and a 6 kick coming out for the Bobcats. So the stadium now completely in shadows. Lights are on here in Exeter. Again, wind blowing maybe 5-10 miles per hour from our vantage point across the field to the far sidelines. And a 6 kick coming out for the Bobcats. Again, we've got temperatures right around 70 degrees. A beautiful autumn evening here in Exeter.
Yeah, it's spectacular.
Last night we had the heat on up in this press box.
Don't need it today, that's for sure.
Bobcats with a 1-0 lead. On the goal by Saunders came with 20-23 remaining in the first half. As they strike first, winner of this match will take on either Campbell or Lebanon.
That is a nice ball.
Side, this is Mazza. Mazza with it for the Bobcats. Good job on defense getting back for Milford. That's Sora. And it goes out, and a corner kick or a throw-in from deep in the corner upcoming for Oyster River.
Yeah, it stayed north of the cone there. As much as you want a corner kick. Here we go. That's a good throw.
Long toss into the box.
It's too long.
Milford collects, though, and looks to break out with a head of...
He's got some wheels of his own. Nobody home.
Passed it to no one. He actually had Wilson ahead of him. If he thought Wilson was going to be offsides or not.
I don't know, but Wilson, he went corner,
expecting
the line ball instead of 45.
Little miscommunication there. Now still with it for Milford is Arsenal. We haven't called his name in a while.
We will. We sure will. The kid's talented.
High ball right at midfield. Bounces around. Magnum the first one to get there for Milford. Puts it on the foot of Sora.
Boy, there are a bunch of players here who've got absolute jets.
Milford looking to reverse the ball to the far side. 17:45 remaining here in the first half. A 1-0 lead for Oyster River.
All right, you got a little mismatch now. We got 3-on-2, 4-on-3 this side of the box, but nothing doing.
Good job by Oyster River to clog the passing lanes again. Milford unable to get it into the box. Looking for another opportunity here as they've got plenty of room to work with. Here's Arsenal. Give and go. Arsenal can't catch up to it. Great defense right there.
Absolutely.
From Gill. And here come the Bobcats the other way as they send it ahead. Saunders once again gets loose. Saunders still with it. Can't get around his man. And a great job by the Milford defense right there.
Well, I'll tell you what, Saunders, he's showing me some chops here. I mean, he used his body beautifully to protect the trajectory of that pass. And, we saw him strike pay dirt just a few minutes ago. He's going to keep getting looks if he plays that well.
Very athletic and nimble.
Indeed.
Oyster River with it. Taken away by Milford. They fire it ahead. The header by Barb.
Yeah, that was nice.
Gets it over to Wilson. Wilson 1-on-4 right now, but tries to send it ahead along the far side.
That is a beautiful ball.
This is Barb with it. Trying to make a move. Actually, that is Velez Bogus. Did make the move, but Oyster River right there to kick it back out and clear it away. Sent to the near side. And looking
Milford's feeling it right now. I see it.
Sora wide open here on this near side. Instead, though, trying to make a move as Arsenal gets taken down in the box. And we will have a penalty kick.
Yeah, that was a really great hesitation and go move right there to slow his defender down, and then he turned the cranks right back up. That's just athleticism 101. Nice job.
So 16:06 remaining in the first half. Oyster River with a 1-0 lead, but Milford can tie it right here on the foot of Avery Wilson, the senior. He's awarded a penalty kick against Hayden Pear, the senior goalkeeper for Oyster River.
Well, Arsenal made that happen. I mean, that was just soccer IQ right there.
Clock is stopped with 16:06 remaining. Here's the shot. Great judgment right there. Took the slide, gobbled it up, and Oyster River ready to go the other way. That's a momentum booster right there if the Bobcats can take advantage of it.
It's huge. It's huge. That should be a goal. But with that kind of luck, let's go to Vegas, man.
Picked the right side to go to, and it was right there in his breadbasket as he slid across the goal line.
I mean, I had that happen a few times. When you guess right, it feels so good. When you guess the other way, you're all alone under a microscope.
It's an feeling.
Yeah, it really is. And look, it's an impossible job so frequently.
So Oyster River still has it. You can hear the crowd for the Bobcats right in front of us, too. Cheer on that one.
Oh, big time. And then the whole bench is loaded with energy right now. That's what happens. Great save can change your team psyche in a hurry.
So we remain 1-0 Oyster River. Clock running once again with 15 minutes to go in the first half. And substitutions for Milford. Throwing for Milford by Sora.
It looked like they were trying to get the feel of the substitution. Substitution mass confusion. Wasn't that a Cars line years ago? Or am I dating
that was
myself?
the Kinks, right?
I don't know. I'll have to look that up.
Paranoia. Here's Milford with it. Again, they were
beautiful heel.
got stoned about a minute and a half ago on the penalty kick. Still looking for the equalizer.
Arsenoff was being too generous right there. He had the slot.
Oh, great judgment there by Barb to let it go over his head for Milford.
Yeah, he played the miss beautifully.
Still has it, sends it in, but Milford there to kick it back out. Here's another shot. Now it goes in. Oh, wow, from about 20 yards away. Can you believe that one? Matt Pettigill, a sophomore, ties it up at 1 as Milford scores with 14-12 remaining in the first half. It could have been that Pear was screened there, Rich. Yeah. There was a lot of traffic in front of them, and that ball just took off to the high far corner.
Yeah, and also, did you see the power of that strike? I mean, I've seen that one. And there are times when you just, there's nothing you can do, but it's going to be in the net before you can judge the trajectory. And I think there's a little bit of both right there. As we've seen, Pear, he's a terrific goaltender. And, you know, he had his hips square to the flight of the ball, but I just don't think it was just too powerfully struck.
And that ball had some elevation. It was actually rising. It's kind of like when you see a softball pitcher throw that rise ball. It kept going up. And Pear, as we mentioned, might have been screened, but Pettingill gets the job done from about 20 yards away, 25 yards away, and puts it in the back of the net. We're all tied up at 1. Clock running once again, 13:40 remaining here in the first half.
Well,
Impressive strike.
I had said just before this flurry for the Milford in its attacking zone that I could see kind of like they were feeling it. They've had some rhythm going that they had in the first 5-10 minutes, and they got it back on top of it. And strike and pay dirt.
Little miscommunication from Milford, but come away unharmed, or maybe they don't, as taking it away as Magnum sends it up ahead.
And Mangum is a strong player out there. Built more like a linebacker.
Yeah, the penalty kick that didn't go into the back of the net from Milford deflated them for all of maybe 30 seconds, and they were right back at it.
Right. Boy, they needed that one big time, because I had noticed that the mojo was going to the fellas in blue, and they were starting to show some confidence. And then Milford just wrested it back. Nice job. Great response. Nice chip.
That one, though, intercepted there by Scopel. Kicks it up ahead along the near sideline. Battle for it. Milford gets to it first.
Yeah, nice rotation over.
Here comes Milford. Got some numbers right now if they hurry, but just kicked away a bit too far, and Cox will clear it back towards midfield. Down to 12:22 remaining in the first half. Oyster River and Milford are tied at 1. Bobcats got on the board first. Milford tied it up just a few moments ago.
Exciting match so far. Nice little boot.
This is Barb with it. Gets it to the corner. Good job of saving it in by Sora. Linesman, though, waved his flag and a throw-in for Oyster River. Sora thought he kept it in bounds.
Yeah, it looked like it was still tickling the yellow line right there. I was a little surprised at that call. But, look, I went and got certified as a ref for New Hampshire lacrosse, and as a coach, I never yell at refs anymore. It's hard.
You understand the business,
You
then.
better believe it, brother.
Substitutions right now. Portions of this match brought to you by the New Hampshire State Liquor Commission. Congratulations to all the incredible athletes competing in the NHIAA State Championship. As you continue to push your limits and chase greatness, the New Hampshire Liquor Enforcement reminds everyone to stay strong and responsible, work together to prevent underage alcohol and tobacco use. Here's a shot in. That one sails wide. That had some loft on it as well. It'll be a 6 kick coming out.
And it had a contrail attached to it. I mean, that thing was really moving. But I got to say, it was all set up earlier by some excellent poised defense by Sora along our near sideline. He didn't get happy feet, kept his hips square to the ball, and it led to a redirect. Great
and remember,
job.
Sora a little deflated because the ball went out of bounds on him while he was chasing it down in the corner a few moments ago.
Well, he didn't get dejected, and he went and made a play. Good job.
6 kick coming out for the Bobcats. We're tied at 1, 10:50 remaining here in the first half.
That's a big boot.
First time we've seen the ball to the right of our camera position back in the Milford territory for a while.
Yeah, it has been a while. Goalkeeper's a little lonely down there.
Milford with it once again. Arsenoff.
I like Barb's game, and there's a beautiful triangle right in front of us. And go to the other side.
Arsenoff making some moves, sends it back to the keeper. He surveys the scene, and now we'll give it a boot to the far sideline. Good header coming back in as
big time.
Goes back off the noggins of both teams.
Yeah, Sterndale. I tell you, the brains can rock around there. That's why don't. This is a very physical game. I mean, We have people battle hard, just like basketball and the key and football. I mean, they are physically working hard.
Along the near side now, here's Oyster River. Little give and go opportunity here as Saunders tries to track it down. Goes out of bounds, but off of a Spartan player. So we're throwing for the Bobcats.
That was a nice touch, beautiful idea. Next time, maybe a little bit more to the 45, and that'll end up touching it down into the corner where they can do some attacking from the flank.
A little bit of a breather here for all the players as Oyster River subs in. 9:30 to play, first half. Still tied at 1. Thrown into the box, headed out by Milford.
Barb making another play, way
around.
too high.
Cox with a violation right there and the foul, so a free kick coming out this time for Milford.
Yeah, it's a safety thing. You get your boot up there and get one in the eye or the nose, boy.
No thanks.
It does not tickle.
So free kick upcoming for the Spartans. Coming up after our match, we've got number 5, Lebanon, taking on number 1, Campbell, in the other semifinal. And the winner of this match and that match, they'll meet on Friday evening right back here for the D2 championship in boys soccer.
Should be a great game.
So here's Milford on the move. Here's a shot. That one ping-pongs around once again. And Oyster River able to clear. Lots of room to work with, though. This is Lacko. Fires a shot, and that one gets deflected again.
Good job by the back line for Milford there. Again, they didn't get happy feet either. They kept their cleats in the ground and human shield right there. Nice job.
Blocking those passing lanes that Milford's trying to figure out how to weave their way through.
Yeah, they know what to do. They're very good at it, but the way OR is responding is impressive.
Throwing for the Bobcats along the far sideline. That's Sterndale, another senior. 8 minutes remaining here in the first half. Still tied up at 1. First goal was scored with 20:23 left by Torrance Saunders of Oyster River.
That'll go the other way.
Milford answered. 14:12 remaining in the first half. Matt Pettingill from way beyond the box put a top shelf to tie us up at 1.
And good sportsmanship right there. You know, like I was just saying, it's a really physical game, and they gave each other a high five there. It's like it's part of the game. Nice job.
This one booted high. Milford heads it back towards midfield. No one there. So here's Aldrich with time to collect it.
Yeah, that just ricocheted off his laces a little wrong direction. Kind of like, again, why I don't play golf. You miss by an eighth of an inch on the tee. You miss by 30 yards.
Little slice into the water hazard?
Yes, sir. I had to have my ball retriever re-gripped. It was so bad.
Here's Wilson again. Wilson making some moves.
Boom.
Fires the shot. That one deflected. Looked like it hit off of a Oyster River defender, Sterndale.
Yeah, Sterndale rotated back over. He got dusted, but he stuck with the play. Good job.
Outlet pass this time goes to Aldrich.
Nice little chip.
Gets it up to Cox.
Oh, that one just skipped over his boot. Just couldn't get that one was Wilson Kim.
Milford with possession right now. They give it away, though. Oyster River collects on the turnover. Trying to send ahead a bit too far, but look out. Can he catch up to it? Saunders right there, and the goalkeeper has to come out for Milford.
Nice job.
And that's Batchelder, and make the save.
Yep. And then he throws it out to his wing. I like it.
Arsenal with
moving.
it. Bit too far. Nobody there except for a blue jersey. That's Aldrich once again. Gets it over to Kim. They try to send it ahead, and look out. Goalkeeper has to come out. That's offsides against Saunders.
He is so fast. He is ever a threat down there. Keep feeding him. Feed the beast.
Well, it may not be the right term. He's definitely cherry picking, though. But keeping his eye on the defenders for the most part.
But as I say, it's like lacrosse, basketball, soccer, net games, hockey. It's about getting good looks, and they're getting them, you know? And one will drop.
And wanting to be ahead of the play.
Yeah.
2 or 3 steps ahead of the play if he can finesse that. The anticipation there. Takedown right there.
Yep, part of the game. Again, they shake them up. I'm a fan.
Arsenal with a free kick for Milford. They keep it going. 5:25 to go.
Beautiful.
Tied at 1 here in the first half. Arsenal with it. Sends it over into the box and coming out to grab it is the goalkeeper for Oyster River.
That was just a beautiful touch drill right there. Back, forth, and then just chip it over. Take a shot at it. Hey, I was just saying, it's about getting good looks, and they just got a good look at it. And one will drop. That's all it takes.
Back and forth we go. Milford with it, sent ahead. Wilson controls it for a moment. Wilson had it go off of his foot. Was looking for his teammate there, couldn't get there in time. Oyster River grabs the ball, they reverse it along the near side.
Tell you what, Sparty are real good at those through balls.
Nice job by Scopel to deke his man.
Nice touch.
Gets it over to Zilm right now.
Sora is such a good defender. He is so good, number 13, White.
Counterattack this time by Milford.
Oh,
nice job by Arsenal putting it through the defender's leg. Still has it, fires the shot.
Oh, yeah.
And that one sails through the uprights and out of
Does
bounds.
he get 3 points for that?
Not today.
Not today, boy.
Good effort, though. Wide open. Might have had another couple of dribbles to work with right there. But was probably hoping for maybe a rebound because the rest of his teammates were collapsing.
And that all started with Sora.
Yep.
Sweeping so beautifully on the near sideline here. I'm impressed with this kid's game.
Some more substitutions. We're down to 4 minutes remaining here in the first half. Still tied at 1. Ball sent ahead. Look who's chasing it. It's Wilson again.
He's omnipresent.
Number 9 in white and blue for Milford. Spartans get it back along the near side. Looking to move to the near side. Now they keep it in the middle of the field.
Oh.
Chip for Wilson. Got behind the defense. No offsides call, but they couldn't connect.
Boy, Wilson was licking his chops right there.
Battle for it between a bunch of 6s. That's Arsenal there and Gill. Gill for Oyster River gets the better of that. Wind picks up just a bit, blowing across the field towards the far stands. Headed out towards the sideline.
Scopel
Now
launches
booted in. Look out.
50 ball.
Lofty ball.
Oh, boy. Batchelder had to high point that one, or else it was flirting with the back of the net there, Dave. Holy cow.
And he saw the Oyster River player flying towards him. That was Saunders.
He was up in rebounding territory right there.
Saunders was looking for his second goal of the match. We're down to 2:54 remaining here in the first half. Still tied at 1 apiece. Ball goes out. Throw in for Milford on the far sideline, deep in the corner. Let's see if they try to set something up right now. The only one that they have in the box is Barb.
Well, they're definitely setting something up because the coach barked in the orders to change up the throw-in.
Throw it back. Try to pivot and work from midfield. Oh, a giveaway here.
Yeah, it just trickled off.
And look out, still with it. Here's Scopel. Came out of nowhere.
And he got it way too far out in front of him, so he couldn't maintain control.
Oh, and now a
3-on-2.
counterattack. Look out, here's the shot fired in, and that one goes high and wide. 6 kick coming out for Oyster River, but a pretty good opportunity right there for the Spartans a moment ago.
Impressive. I mean, that was a hockey-style odd-man rush. Man, if they had one more touch, yeah, sure. Oyster River rotated over and prevented it, but one more touch, I think they were looking at back of the net.
So we're under 2 minutes remaining here in the first half. Tied at 1. Official time is kept on the field. That's why you see on the graphic the clock stopped at 2 minutes to go. Another shot with that one. Whoa, making the save on that one. That came out of nowhere. And Pear had to go high for that one and bumps it over the crossbar at a corner kick up coming from Milford.
I tell you, just like a golf club, for a guy who doesn't play golf, another reference, but he caught that one in the sweet spot, and it just accelerated off his boot. Beautiful.
Spartans with an opportunity here. We've got approximately a minute 15 to play in the first half.
Nice outward bend.
And a great job by Pear to come over and knock it away with the right hand.
Boy, he is a stellar goalkeeper. I love his game.
Had to be aware of that one. Almost off balance, but able to knock it out.
Well,
Another corner kick, though, this time coming from Milford on the near corner.
Well, like a scientist, I saw him. It was an outward bending corner, and he was looking at it. He triangulated to see where it was going to come from. Nice job, kid.
Approximately 50 seconds to go in the first half. This one sent in.
Dangerous.
Knocked down again. Pear right there to grab it.
Boy.
And he'll just hold on to it for a few seconds and take a few deep breaths.
Well, he's the busiest man in the stadium, isn't he?
Pear surveys the scene. We're tied at 1. Just approximately 30 seconds to play here in the first half.
Yeah, he didn't get the sweet spot on that boot.
Again, the clock is stopped on our screen because the officials keep the actual time on the field. We've got approximately 20 seconds to go in the first half. Time for one more rush maybe for the Spartans. They've got to hurry, though.
Dave, you brought your timer. You're a good man.
Arsenal with it.
Nice ball.
Milford still with it. Here's Pettengill. Pettengill dangerous from that far of a distance. Can he get a handle on it? No. And Oyster River clears.
Wow.
Whistle sounds, and we've reached the end of the first 40 minutes here in Exeter. Exciting, entertaining, absolutely, and competitive. At the end of the first half, it is Oyster River 1 and Milford 1. We will take a timeout, be back, recap the first half, and let you know more about our sponsors here from Bill Ball Stadium in Exeter. Halftime here, Oyster River 1, Milford 1 on the NFHS Network.
Meet Bouvier Prepare, your game changer in college athletics recruitment. We cut through the chaos, focusing on superb communication and top-notch organization. One-on-one attention, tailored strategies, and a winning game plan for emails, calls, camps, visits, and offer closings. Be prepared. Your limitless future starts now with Bouvier Prepare.
Hi, this is Deb Cody with the Dow Group at Keller Williams Coastal and Lakes and Mountains Realty. I have a passion for helping people, and I love to help people with their real estate goals, whether it's buying, selling, or investing. I'm licensed in New Hampshire, Massachusetts, and Maine, and work with an incredible team, the Dow Group, which has been the #1 real estate team in New Hampshire for the past several years. Collectively, the team has sold over $1 billion worth of real estate in the past 20 years. If you're curious to know what the local market is like in your area, feel free to reach out via my website, deb.thedowgroup.com, and let's get connected.
Are you looking to play sports in college? Almost every college recruiting website recommends having a highlight video as one of the top 3 crucial recruiting tools. In fact, 93% of college coaches we surveyed said they watch a recruit's highlight video as part of their player assessments. Our sole purpose is to make you look good. Our highlight videos include an athlete bio and accolade page, stop motion, and player highlight. The video is not done until you are completely satisfied and say it's done. We also upload to YouTube or whatever recruiting platform you use. The highlight guide can also film your high school or club games to capture you in action, resulting in amazing footage that you can use to help create your highlight video. We have the expertise to help you get recruited. Check out our website at thehighlightguide.com or contact Steve at thehighlightguide.com to get started on your path to playing sports in college.
Welcome back here to Bill Ball Stadium on the campus of Exeter High School in Exeter, New Hampshire. I'm Dave Collins along with Rich McDonough and also Steve Cody spinning the dials, keeping us on the air here on the NFHS Network. We're at halftime, and our score, we're tied up at 1 between Oyster River, the #2 seed, and the #3 seed, Milford Spartans. Portions of this broadcast that we love to cheer on. You can learn more at hammondlumber.com. That is hammondlumber.com. And the Bank of New Hampshire and the NHIAA have teamed up to launch Banking on Kindness and Sportsmanship to recognize those who exemplify respect and support for others. Schools will award special pins to student-athlete nominees, and one standout athletic program will receive a $1,000 donation in June. You can nominate at NHIAA.org. That's NHIAA.org, Bank of New Hampshire, member FDIC. So both teams coming back out on the field, and Rich, competitive, and that's what we expected. Both teams feeling each other out through the first 10 minutes. Torrance Saunders got the first goal with 20:23 remaining in the first for Oyster River, put the Bobcats up by a score of 1-0. Milford had the opportunity on a penalty kick, did not convert, but from about 25-30 yards out, Matt Pettengill scored the equalizer with 14:12 to go for Milford to tie everything up at 1 apiece. I expect nothing less in the second half right now. Maybe a little bit more physical play.
Well, you know, we discussed out of the gate that they hadn't played each other this year, and they kind of figured each other out in the first 5 or 10 minutes, and it was one of my keys was go ahead, figure each other out, test the water. But, boy, there are two things happen. I mean, I think that Pettingill goal, that was a rocket. And but Mr. Pear in the goal for OR, for Oyster River, the Bobcats, I mean, busiest man in the stadium other than the housekeeping crew. And some of his saves, including the penalty kick save, were just lights out. And that does a whole lot for your team.
Yeah, Milford, though, didn't get stymied. They were deflated, as we mentioned, for maybe 30 or 45 seconds, but then Pettingill came right back about 2 minutes later and put in the back of the net. So even Steven, as we head into the second 40 minutes, if we remain tied at the end of regulation, we'll take a break and have two separate 10-minute sudden victory periods. And then if we're still tied after that, we will go back to penalty kicks. So tied at 1, 40 minutes up on the board. Portions of this match brought to you by Eastern Propane. They are proud to recognize and support the community service efforts of all teams and all sports. You can submit your team's community service project, your hours and photos at NHIAA.org for your chance to win $100 to further your community work. And Coca-Cola Beverages Northeast proudly supports the NHIAA and its championships. For more information, you can visit them at CokeNortheast.com. So Milford will be headed left to right across your computer screens and tablets. They are in white. Oyster River, the Bobcats in blue, headed right to left, as we have 40 minutes up on the board, and we are ready to start the second half with the Spartans kicking off.
Yeah, you I think posited the right question. The kids know each other now.
Yeah.
It's game on, and yeah, we expect we'll see more of the same slugfest that we saw in the first half.
They know who to mark now and who's got the speed.
They sure do. Just don't let number 9 in white all alone. Avery Wilson can really go.
Milford with the ball right now. They've got possession of it. They had the second half opening kickoff. Here's Arsenal with it, who was, we mentioned his name a lot in the first half, Rich, was really quiet towards that second half for the Spartans. Kind of faded back into obscurity a little bit.
Yep. But he did, he drew that penalty in the box near the end of the first half, which ultimately was a lights-out save. But he made his presence felt, and I think he got a little dinged up on that one. He got taken to the turf pretty rudely. I'll watch see his health. He probably got a few small repairs at halftime. Tough kid, though.
Throwing for Milford right at midfield along the far side. Still tied at 1, 38-55 remaining here in the second half. Winner of this match will take on either Campbell, the Cougars ranked number 1, Lebanon Raiders coming down from the Upper Valley, they're ranked number 5. Those two teams will battle it out once we're done here in the championship match for D2 in New Hampshire, scheduled for Friday evening.
Should be a good one.
Throwing for Oyster River from the far side. Again, headed out of bounds, so we'll keep moving down the line. And another throw-in, and that one is knocked out of bounds by Oyster River, so Milford gets the throw-in here.
Yeah, sometimes you just watch the 5 yards, 8 yards at a clip when you have multiple throw-in. Almost resembles picking up yardage in a running back game,
3-4 yards in a cloud of dust. Near side, lots of room to work with for Milford.
Nice speed.
So they send it ahead. Now we'll play it back and look to reset for a moment. All the way back to the goalkeeper.
Torrance Saunders lurking out there, number 4. He got that first goal, and the boy has some jets of his own.
Saunders for the Bobcats scored with 20-23 remaining in the first.
Great ball.
Now an opportunity here down the sideline. Larco and...
Boy, Larco got abused on that one. That was a hard close by Sterndale.
Taken down, and thought they were going to award him a throw-in, but now a free kick.
Yeah, he's got a kick. That's a foul. No handshake on that one.
No. But fortunately for both teams, no yellow cards issued in the first half either.
Indeed. I mean, as we keep talking, it is a physical game, and there's, not every dump to the ground is a yellow card or even a foul. It's just hard play.
Arsenal to take the free kick.
Oh,
and
nice
that's deflected. Look out. It bounces around. Who's got it? Header, and that one is saved. Goes off the post. Rebound attempt, and Oyster River clears. Oh, just inches away from giving Milford a 2-1 lead. That one stayed out by the post. Wow. And here comes the counterattack by the Bobcats. They've got numbers if they hurry. Along the far sideline, they send it in. This time it's Scopel and gets knocked away. And Milford able to hold on to it.
Bryce Larco didn't freak out. He stayed. He got hip to hip right there and got underneath that pass when it was looking pretty dangerous. But my goodness, Pear in the goal is just lights out today. He deflected that right into the far post right there. I mean, good thing he didn't clip his nails this morning.
Yeah, another inch or two to the right-hand side that would have knocked off the post and been in the back of the net.
That would have been in the twine, absolutely.
So 2 great saves, one on the penalty kick in the first half, another one just moments ago. We're still tied at 1. We've got 36 minutes remaining here in the second half, and a free kick upcoming for Oyster River. Here's Handwork with it.
But he also stonewalled Avery Wilson a couple times on some breaks.
That one sent in and coming out of the net.
Outstanding goaltending.
That's Elder with it. Serves it out along the far side. It's Wilson again. Knocked around. Wilson still has it, trying to use his body to keep the defenders away.
Nice touch.
Milford at midfield. Sent up.
Beautiful turn. Wow, what a turn and go.
Kicked over to the near sideline. Kept in by Oyster River. And look out, with a head of steam, here's Larco. Larco gets knocked off that ball. Ahead to Scopel. Scopel has it go out. Scopel looking to get the ball back quickly enough, and time is called. Clock is stopped with 35:07 remaining in the second half. We're still tied at 1. And let's see, do we have an injury? Looks like someone's being going off the field.
Somebody might have had some blood.
Okay.
Yeah. Got to take care of that kind of business. Yeah, see the kid's going over to the trainer right away.
Well, Scopel was ready to get that throw-in back and heave it downfield. Some momentum with the Bobcats. That stopped short right there. Headed out of bounds. And the Bobcats will have it. Clock running once again with 34:50 remaining. In the second half, we are tied at 1.
Tell you, Tyler Larco in the last 5 minutes, here he is, right as we mentioned him, has asserted himself, number 17 in white.
Sterndale with it. Gives it across, this time to Gill. Gill will play it to the far side.
Oh, nice redirect right there.
Bruner trying to make some moves.
Just got away from his boot there. Too bad.
That was actually Weber. And now Milford comes away with it along the far side. St. Ange with it. Spinning around, gets away from his man. Still with it.
Nice ball.
Sends it ahead. This is Wilson. Wilson had it deflect off his leg and couldn't keep up with it.
Yeah, nice rotation up into traffic there by Aldrich.
Still on the move this time. Milford with it. Spreading it out. Get it off to Pettengill. He's got the goal for Milford so far. Tries to give it back. Milford with some room to work with. Moving in this time as Arsenal fires the shot, and that one just goes through the goal mouth and out. And a 6 kick coming out for Oyster River.
I am watching some really good IQ right now out of Oyster River. They're hedging every player who a ball carrier. So the next defender in the sequence is stepping up 2 steps, and it's a little daunting when you're trying to make a move and you see the rotation, and then they're rotating in underneath. Just something you called attention to in the first half out of Milford. But I see your rotation and answer.
Both teams battling for it right at midfield. Battle of tens right there, and it's won by Kim for Oyster River. Sends it out to the near side to Scopel.
That was a real good fight.
Scopel trying to buy time as he gets past Larco. Sends it in, and right in front of Saunders. I don't think Saunders saw that, though, or maybe took a deflection.
Boy,
goes all the way across.
That was a beautiful chip. He leaned into it, did Scopel, and just got out in front of his defender's leg and somehow got some boot on that one and had a good look as it crossed through over the goal mouth there. Just keep at it. Get your looks.
Still tied at 1 in the semifinal. 32 minutes and 37 seconds remaining. Oyster River, the Bobcats, the number 2 seed. They beat Hollis Brookline 1-0 to get here to the semifinal. Spartans of Milford, the 3 seed. They beat Co-Brown Northwood 2-1 to get here. And the winner of this will take on either Campbell or Lebanon. That's the next game here at Bill Ball Stadium in Exeter. We'll have that for you right here on the NFHS Network.
Yeah, and that win over Co-Brown, I mean, they were down. They had to come back, so they certainly know how to do that, and that's why they didn't freak out in the first half.
Free kick for Milford. I don't think they realized they had it.
Yeah.
And now a free kick coming the other way for Oyster River.
Yeah, they were a little busy.
So see if the Bobcats take a few seconds to set this up. It'll be handwork to take the free kick. Clock running, 31:45 remaining, second half, still tied at 1.
That's a long way. He's 50-plus yards out from the goal mouth. But he's got leg.
Gives
Look
it
at
the big boot with the arc towards the left-hand side. Saved there by the Bobcats. Good
Nice
job.
run.
But it's controlled by Larko of Milford, and he'll send it out of bounds, a throw-in for Oyster River.
Great run by Kim to try to get a shot at that ball.
Long throwing upcoming this time for Scopel, the junior, wearing number 9 in blue for Oyster River. Throws it into the box.
Nice ball.
Knocked down. Saving it, though. Good job by Oyster River.
That one got away from Saunders, and back we go.
He tried to save it, but it just went over the end line. So a couple of substitutions for each team. Portions of today's game brought to you by the Granite State Dairy Promotion. They support student athletes and hardworking athletic trainers. You can learn more about how they are recognizing athletic trainers at NHIAA.org. Then get a glass of low-fat chocolate milk with 8 grams of natural protein ready for your athlete. As that one is sent wide, and that'll be a 6 kick coming out. 30 minutes and 30 seconds to play. Here in the second half, Oyster River and Milford still tied at 1.
Batchelder hasn't been as busy in his cage versus Parr over there, but he's had to do some of his own handiwork.
You can see the Milford players getting loose, running up and down the sideline on the far side of the field.
Yep, don't want to go cold. You never know when you're going to be pressed into service.
Bobcats give it away. Here comes Milford the other way. Along the far side for Milford, that is Arsenoff.
And that one got off the side of his boot right there and didn't go where it wanted to go.
Wilson with the throw-in. Gets it back to Arsenoff. He'll wind up, send it into the box. Look out.
Dangerous ball.
Bunch of blue jerseys there, but fighting through traffic was Pear to try to come out and grab that one.
Nice technical goaltending. He squared up to the flight path of the ball and then made his break at the perfect time.
How hard is it, Rich, to judge one of those coming in from 30, 40 yards away with the arc, and you've got traffic in front of you?
It's hard. You just practice, and, become second nature. But, under the lights, that can mess with your perception. When I was playing, we weren't playing under the lights, but I have since, and it's very difficult. Props to that kid. Wow, what a fight for that, huh?
Throw in that time coming for Oyster River. Wind doesn't help either. Fortunately, we've only had about 5 or 10 mile-per-hour winds blowing towards the far stands this evening.
Barely a breath of wind, as the Irish poets would say.
And feeling more like August instead of November here. Temperatures still in the mid-60s.
Yeah, no kidding.
And no rain in the forecast here. A beautiful night for this soccer match here in Exeter. We're down to 28:33 remaining here in the second half. Oyster River and Milford are tied at 1. Oyster River got on the board first in the first half with 20:23 remaining on a goal by Torrin Saunders. Then with 14:12 remaining in the first half, Matt Pettingill evened it up for Milford. And that's where we stand at 1. If we're tied at the end of regulation, 2 sudden victory overtimes lasting 10 minutes each. And if we're still tied after that, that's when we go to the penalty kicks.
I hate them.
Yeah, just wish they would play on and play on.
Well, as the keeper, there's a good one. Here's a good, that one. Whoa, that one knuckled away and outside.
Scopel had the angle, just sent it wide.
And he is looking to the heavens going, how did that get off my boot on that trajectory? Wow.
But as a goalkeeper, you hate the game being up to you at the end in penalty kicks?
I like pressure, but I feel like it's, keep playing ball.
Okay.
Keep playing ball. I welcome it, but I would rather see our teams and the kids, if they're playing that hard and that long, keep playing.
Have a team victory rather than one-on-one.
Yeah.
Be decided one-on-one at the end. Yeah. Because it puts a lot of pressure on the goalkeeper, but also the shooter as well.
Yeah. And if something slips wrong, it's really nobody's fault. I know it's part of the game, but I just keep playing. But it's not practical on a school night.
No, not playing until midnight.
No, bad. Especially on election night.
Handball by Oyster River. So Milford will get a free kick just inside the 25-yard line here.
Well, and they've got some kids with some big legs, so this is also dangerous.
Spartans will send Arsenov, the senior, to take the free kick. Still tied at 1, 26:40 remaining here in the second half. You can see Pear, the goalkeeper, on the near post.
Yeah, you want to create as much angle. You want a cut-off angle up front here at the 10-yard mark. Here it comes.
That one sails through the uprights and out of play. So right there on that kick, Arsenov got a little air underneath that one and will come out the other way.
Yeah, and credit Pear for getting his fellas ready to go there. He took command, quarterback from behind there. Good job.
Sent over to the far side. Knocked around a few times. Oyster River with it. It's Kim still with it. Gets it off on the big boot there by Handwork. Sends it to the other side of the field, but headed right back in. Milford with control.
Handwork's got a big leg. He's sent 40-yard balls over and over again.
Knocked around, taken down is Wilson.
That's a tough call.
It almost looked like he skipped over his own feet.
Yeah, he ran over. It's part of the game. It's just part of the game. That's a tough call, though. And
so another golden opportunity here for the Spartans with a free kick.
And Xander on and is chatting it up on the near sideline here.
Arsenov to take it once again. A moment ago, he had a free kick from about 25 yards out and sailed it through the uprights, the football uprights.
Want to get a little right to left bend here.
Still tied at 1, 25 minutes to go in the second half. Here's Arsenov. Keeps it on the floor.
Oh,
turnaround shot, and that one goes up high and wide by Pettingill. Had a good angle, but again, lofted it over the crossbar, and a 6 kick coming the other way for the Bobcats.
And he's looking up at the heavens at this point because he just whiffed a bit on that strike. Sometimes you take a look at the net without looking at the ball. And, same thing goes for lacrosse. Look it in first. Because if you don't have it, you don't have it.
Sent that one high and wide, so a 6 kick coming out. Big boot right there.
Huge.
And finally the ball on this side of the field. It's been a while since Oyster River has had an offensive attack. They're not going to get one here, though.
Yeah, the speedy Mr. Saunders lurking once again.
Batchelder boots it out towards midfield. Here comes Milford.
Nice chip.
Plays it back. Here's Sora. Sora's been quiet here in the beginning of the second half.
Yeah, he has. And he was an impact player in our first.
Substitution right now as Sora waits for the throw-in along midfield. We're tied at 1 with just under 24 minutes to go in the second half.
Follow the bouncing biscuit.
Boy.
That one slipped off the boot.
Misplay, and here's an opportunity. Velez Bogus. He couldn't handle it either.
Boy, that was yawning at him.
Ball almost looked like it had some butter on it, skipping across their legs. Nobody able to control it.
Crisco
ball. So another 6 kick coming out this time for Oyster River. Winner of this will take on Lebanon or Campbell. Those two teams to battle it out once we're done here. And the championship game will be right back here in Exeter on Friday night, and we'll have it for you on the NFHS network. Opportunity here ahead. Here's Saunders. Already has 1 goal this evening, trying to break through the triple team, and a whistle and a push there against Milford. So Oyster River will get the free kick from about 15, 20 yards out.
Well, and right there, it shows you the value of speed. You can't teach it. He was 1-on-3 and still forced his way through there and took that interference call, and here we go. This is a dangerous spot.
And the first real good opportunity for Oyster River in a while, as they will get the free kick. The referee will push Milford back. Clock running, 22 minutes, 40 seconds to play. Second half, Oyster River and Milford are tied at 1. For Oyster River, this is Max Scopel, the junior, to take the free kick from about the 13-yard line. Remember, I had an extra 10 yards for the end zone there.
Right.
So about 23 yards out, Scopel with the free kick. Sends it high and through the uprights.
Just got too far under it. He was leaning back, and he's really upset with himself.
A lofty ball, but way too high, and so a 6 kick again coming out this time for Milford.
Notice that the officials don't use that foam soap.
No, not on the
international
turf.
level. Or as you know, I grew up in Maryland. We say foam soap.
Yeah, you got the hoagie mouth going.
There we go.
Here comes Milford with the counterattack. Again, most of the action has been in the offensive end for Milford in this half.
Ooh.
And another push there.
Yeah, this time no call.
No, as Sterndale got a little rough with
a-
Wilson of Milford.
Maybe a little makeup there. Wow.
Wilson gets it back, though. He's onside, still tries to play it right at the end line.
Boy,
Wilson trying to dance away from the defender.
if he were able to control that initial ricochet, I think, he's looking at a great strike right there.
Mr. River trying to clear it out of harm's way. Good job by Milford, though. Oh, boy, Sora right there.
Physical and fast.
And they are about a step and a half quicker to all the loose balls here. Milford's still controlling it.
Yeah, that's a great spot there, Dave. Yeah, they're getting to those balls, creating 50-50 balls, and then converting.
And even on the deflections are still there. Here's another shot. And that one almost goes wide. Good save. That time by the goalkeeper pair of Oyster River. Not sure if that would have made it on net, but still he defends the net and comes up with the save.
Yeah, I bet it would have. But again, more technical goaltending. He doesn't get happy feet, analyzes the bend of that shot, the old David Beckham thing, and then he gets those nice big mitts out there and softly brings it down to the ground. I just like his game a ton.
Very aware, too.
Absolutely.
And challenging. 20 minutes and 30 seconds to play in the second half. Oyster River and Milford still tied at 1. Both goals scored in the first half.
Nice poke.
Milford's been on the attack for most of the second half with the action to our right. Another opportunity here for Milford. Getting taken down, trying to draw the foul as Wilson. Does not get the whistle. Slowly gets back up. Looks a little tired out there as he's walking away with his head down.
Yeah, truly. But I'll tell you what, won't be in the scorebook or on any stat sheet, but Jack Gill, number 6 in blue, he disrupted that look right there by getting a boot on it and at the length of his leg. Very, very difficult.
Wilson looking for the give and go. He gets it back. Wilson fires the shot. Good block right there by On of Oyster River. Bobcats trying to clear. They can't do so. Here comes Wilson. Once again fires the shot. That one deflected up high and goes over the crossbar. Wow, Oyster River needs a moment or two to collect themselves.
Oh, they sure do.
They were scrambling on defense.
That was a beautiful setup by Milford there, though. And here we go to the corner. Here's your chance for an inbender.
And you can see the man on the right-hand side of your screen, the man now in the center of your screen with the hands on his hips. That is Wilson, Avery Wilson, the senior for Milford. Not dogging it out there. He's just dead tired, it looks like.
But he's emptying the tank, clearly.
This one's sent into the box, headed down, and that goes out. So a 6 kick coming out for the Bobcats. Still tied at 1, 19 minutes to go here in regulation.
Couldn't get that bend that time, and trickles out relatively harmlessly.
Along with Rich McDonough and Steve Cody, I'm Dave Collins. Thanks for joining us here at Bill Ball Stadium in Exeter, New Hampshire. This is the NHIAA Division II soccer semifinal between Milford, the number 3 seed Spartans, and number 2 seeded Oyster River Bobcats. We're tied at 1, clock running, 18:38 remaining in regulation. Both goals were scored in the first half. Winner of this will take on either Campbell or Lebanon. That's the second game of our doubleheader here on the NFHS Network.
Then we get to do it again tomorrow.
Yeah. And then I get to come back with Steve on Friday for the championship, both the D2 girls and boys championship here on the NFHS Network.
We just got to get a flop house in Exeter.
Can we keep these temperatures too? Can we bottle up this weather?
I'd like to, certainly. I got a lot of work on the farm to do.
Send ahead to Wilson. Wilson's got a step.
So
Wilson
fast.
with the left foot. Has to wait for his teammate. Still circling around. Fires the shot. Gets taken down. Gets right back up. Had another opportunity, but it's cleared away by the Bobcats. Again, Oyster River scrambling on defense, but gets it out of harm's way.
Oh, he's so dangerous and so fast, but on that one, he got a great turn. I would have liked to seen him climb the pocket one more step so he'd get a better angle on it.
Got knocked down and popped right back up, though, for the other opportunity.
He's one tough hombre, that's for darn sure.
So Milford still with control, down to 17:35 remaining here in the second half. We're still tied at 1. If we remain tied in regulation, we'll take an intermission. And then 2 separate 10-minute sudden victory periods. First goal will win, and if we're still tied after that, where nobody scores, then we go to penalty kicks. Milford still with control from way out far. This is Newbeck with it.
And look, they're getting back into their spacing again.
Sends it over the head of Wilson. And now
Dangerous ball.
Oyster River clears it out. Still can't manage to get it over midfield. Now they almost do, but a bit too hard off of the head of Scopel.
Yeah. Trying to get a chest trap didn't work out, but hey.
Only Scopel and Saunders in blue for Oyster River are out high. And
Yeah.
Scopel even retreating on defense
Yeah,
now.
it's really an interesting kind of tactical adjustment right now. And you see how clogged the back line is.
Trying to get in the way of those passing lanes for Milford.
Yeah, I mean, Milford's they're close to striking. They really are. And I think
Here we go.
Nice ball.
Now some open room for On, but coming over to knock him out, that is Newbeck. Great defensive play there. He broke it up, and even though it's a throw-in for Oyster River, just stops the rush.
Did you see the closing speed there from
Yep.
Newbeck? Yeah, really well done. And he did it without fouling.
And now Oyster River will bring in a substitution, so it gives everybody on the pitch an opportunity to take a few deep breaths.
Max Scopel is throwing it in right now. He is gassed. He is absolutely gassed, Dave.
16 minutes to play in regulation, still tied at 1. First time in a while that the camera's been pointed this way.
Yeah.
In the offensive end for Oyster River.
Yeah, Batchelder's gotten lonely. You need some friends.
Players take each other down. No call on either end. Referee comes over to take a look, but Milford able to clear out to the far sideline.
That was a great reaction by Arsenault to just get under that ball and get it out of trouble. Good job, kid.
Oyster River with only 3 players back, now 2. Getting past them is Wilson for Milford. Good job, though, by the Bobcats to stop the rush and clear it back out towards midfield.
They're kind of just surviving right now as Milford keeps it coming. Here we go.
This is Wilson trying to work his way around Stati. Fires the shot. That went towards the near post, making the save. Wilson comes over, knocks it out, and will they award a corner kick? Yes, they'll say it went off a Bobcat player. So a corner kick upcoming for Milford.
And did you see him climb the pocket this time? And he got a real good contact in it. And again, you create a corner or you get a good strike and a look at the ball or some ricochet.
Just a little extra move there gives the Spartans a corner kick. 14:47 remaining here in regulation, tied at 1. Lofted in, headed out by the Bobcats.
It's almost as if he heard Coach Mack up here in the booth.
Got the pitch comm going in his ear.
That's right. He's got the little green dot on the back of his helmet. Oh, look at that.
Sent in.
Nice
and
bender.
by Wilson, and that goes in. A header attempt goes in the back of the net. Avery Wilson scores the goal for Milford. And with 14:26 remaining here in the second half, the Spartans take a 2-1 lead over Oyster River.
How many looks has he gotten in the last 10 minutes? I think he's got about half a dozen chances or opportunities, and he finally gets one to drop. Way to go. The kid has a motor and a half. Really impressive.
And he has earned that one, that's for sure. With the work that he's put in here in the second half, headed it in, just had enough speed, rotation, and momentum to get past the Bobcat goalkeeper, Caden Pear. And Milford finally capitalizes after all that pressure, and they take a 2-1 lead as the clock starts ticking again. We're down to 14:20 to go here in regulation.
And how about his celly after that goal? He just went, he leaned over like the Leaning Tower of Pisa and hit the turf.
From exhaustion, it looked like, too.
And maybe some joy in there, too. But, hey, don't get overconfident. But you could feel the pressure that Milford has been mounting in the last 10 minutes of play. And it really kind of a relentless attack. And you noted it has not been in the left side of our field but once or twice.
Yeah, it's been Spartans all over the place.
Really, domination in this first half of the second half.
Can't let go off the gas pedal yet. We still have 13:40 remaining here in regulation.
Plenty of ball.
Again, if Oyster River ties it up for the end of regulation, or we end regulation tied, as linesman waving his flag, referee didn't see it.
Nope.
For a foul. And now we'll mark it. Oh boy, this is a very, very late call here. The linesman called there was a collision around the 30-yard line in the Oyster River end. Linesman frantically waving his flag. Referee didn't see it. Took him about literally 7 or 8 seconds to see it. And the referee finally blew the whistle as the ball was about 20 yards away from the play.
That's tough, and nobody in the stands is liking it right now. But, again, part of the game. It's really part of the game.
Right, and with that, an extra 20 to 25 seconds have ticked off the clock for
That's a
Oyster
great
River.
point.
We're down to 12:50 to go.
Great point.
So I understand the linesman trying to get the referee's attention, but if he doesn't turn around in 3 or 4 seconds, you just got to drop it. Especially Oyster River was on the attack, too. Better to let them play than to stop play.
Well, I think you got to holler at that point. Just say, hey, Ken,
Foul. Yeah.
speaking of which, our umpires and officials tonight, Kevin Sullivan, Chris Morgan, and Sean Murphy.
And they have been consistent.
They have been, and they've been busy.
No yellow cards issued.
Yeah, and
in this match.
they've let physical play go when it's appropriate, and I got to give them a lot of credit. As I've said, it is a physical game as well, and let's not muck it up here. They're doing a good job.
They've awarded one penalty kick, which was unsuccessful,
Dynamite save by Pear.
to Milford. They couldn't convert. Clock runs 11:53, 11:52 remaining in regulation. A 2-1 lead for Milford over Oyster River.
And if you're looking on TV here, if you look at the back line for Milford and White, they've rotated back a little deeper. The risk is, you can chew some clock, keep everything in front of you, but you don't want to take yourself out of some real good rhythm you built in the last 10, 15 minutes of play.
Especially with the pressure they've been applying in the
Great ball.
Oyster River end. On his horse, going down to get that is Velez Bagas. Makes a move, left foot, fires the shot. Good block there by Bellabano. Another opportunity for Milford. They can't convert.
But that was really sound offensive mindset right there. Nice job, kid.
Here's Scopel along the near side, trying to make some moves.
Beautiful move, huh?
Scopel has some teammates.
Yeah, a little touch here. Here we go.
Got it over that time to Cox.
Oversharing.
And, got a bit too fancy right there, and Milford able to clear it all the way down.
Oh, wait a Wilson just pressing. I mean, this kid wants it. He absolutely wants this game in the bag.
He has been a nuisance to the defenders of Oyster River throughout this match.
That is polite.
2-1 Milford. 10:40 to play here in regulation as the referee blows the whistle, and it'll be a free kick awarded to the Bobcats.
And I can see a little bit of that rhythm changing for Milford. And I just sometimes you wonder whether you should take yourself out of that great mindset you're in.
Wilson, and here's an opportunity right now for Oyster River. Ball headed around, still in the box. Can Milford clear? Yes, they can. Good job.
Nice touch.
We'll get to see it in a second, but Wilson for Milford, when he got up, he was limping around just a little bit, still walking gingerly around midfield.
Oh, way to use the ref as a pick.
Saw him right there. Referee does get in the way just for a moment.
Way to fight through that right there by Milford. I tell you what, that was Pettingill who got the goal in the first half for Milford.
Off
Nice
to the far
fight.
side. Still a bunch of white jerseys. They're so much quicker to the ball, especially in this second half to most of them.
They look like they've got more oxygen in the lungs right now.
Sent around. And for Milford, here is Arsenov. It's taken down. And this one is sent all the way on the sidelines, and Oyster River will have a throw-in. 2-1 Milford. Clock ticking. 9:20, 9:19 to go in regulation. Couple of substitutions this time for the Spartans.
And Oyster River starting to press.
No real sense of urgency right now. They still have plenty of time. But the way it's been going in the second half, they haven't had a real sustained offensive pressure in the Milford end.
Yeah, but as you correctly noted, it had been lonely down there, but they've been around the 18 3 times in the last 2 minutes. Nice touch.
Get it off to the near side. Here's Scopel. Can Scopel get around 2 men? Instead decides to dish it off in the box. Great defensive play there by Milford to clear it out of harm's way, and another throw in this time for the Bobcats along the near sideline.
Yeah, the Bobcats forwards are pretty wiped right now. They had to play a lot of defense.
Scopel has the throw-in go off of him. So Milford will get the throw-in as the clock continues to run. 8:20, 8:19 remaining. Couple more substitutions. And Milford still holding on to a 2-1 lead in this semifinal matchup, looking to make it to the championship game against either Campbell or Lebanon. And that championship match will take place here on Friday night. We'll have it for you on the NFHS Network.
All right, and Bruner just came in for the Bobcats, number 22, looking very fresh. He's right in front of us. Let's see what he's got.
Throw in for Milford. Wilson has it. Tries to dish it ahead. Here's Arsenal with it.
Oh.
Just headed away from Arsenal, but he collects it once again. Arsenal still with it, battling among two blue jerseys, gets taken down. No call. Wilson now with it once again, gets it over to Arsenal for Milford. Wilson is offsides. He's got to get back. And now here's another opportunity. Pettengill, who scored a goal for Milford. Dishes it back. This one is sent. Nice angle right there as it came back down. The shot from about 30 yards away, but an easy save.
Yeah, sinker. But you made the point that one of the Milford players was offside right there, and they showed their IQ by backing the ball out, letting them get back on sides, and then strike the ball. You never know. You get a ricochet, you get the crumbs out in front, and you close it out. And if they could get one here, I think it's starting to fire up the glow plugs in the bus.
Here comes Milford along that far sideline. And a takedown there as hitting the deck is Arsenal.
That was all ankle and knee.
And Arsenal still holding his right leg. And the official will stop the clock. So 6:36 remaining here in regulation. A 2-1 lead for Milford over Oyster River. As both teams will have the opportunity to collect their breaths.
Yeah, they needed it.
And a free kick will be awarded to Milford in the far corner. And you can see Oyster River talking over some strategy now. As Arsenal, he wants to stay on.
Yeah, you get hit, though, in the top of that shin where the shin guard isn't. That does not feel great.
And you can see his right leg, the sock and the shin guard is a little bit lower than on the left leg. Clock is still stopped.
It's high fashion.
6:38 to go. It'll start as soon as Arsenal, who stays in the ball game, makes contact.
And the clock gets held at 5 minutes.
Yep.
In the second half.
So we'll have under 5 minutes to go. We'll have an approximate time for you that we'll announce.
Whoa.
As that one goes out, oh boy. Mistake made by the goalkeeper pair as he touched it before it went over the end line. And this time,
coming right back at him.
yeah, Oyster River. I'm sorry, that's Batchelder. Or no, that is Pear.
That's Pear.
And yeah, Milford gets a corner kick.
And they've shown they can get a dangerous bending ball here. Listen to the fans stamping out the aluminum here. It's great electric atmosphere.
Sent into the box.
That's a beautiful ball.
Ball bounces around. Opportunity for Milford here. They can't convert. It's dragged over to the corner.
And the clock
still held in. It
ticking.
hits.
Yeah.
It hits the cone, and they'll award Milford another corner kick.
Yeah.
5:55, 5:54 remaining. And Milford's just going to take their sweet old time and milk a few extra seconds, and now the official will stop the clock.
Tell you, these relentless corners are challenging our man Steve Cody up here.
It's like Steve doing camera work
and
doing producing,
yoga,
graphics,
everything.
Keeping us on the air. Sent in, low line drive, bounces all the way through, chased down there by Velas Bogus. Still with it. Milford tries to keep away. Oyster River, though, gets it back.
I mean, you can see Velas Bogus was in no hurry. He just realized that time is ticking away. Speaking of which, we're at 5:15 and counting now.
2-1 lead for Milford. Oyster River with the possession. Trying to tie things up before we hit triple zeros. Ball sent into the box. Opportunity right there for Bruner.
Yeah.
Can't catch up to it.
I had mentioned that he just came in looking fresh, and he was first one to the ball.
So we are down to 5 minutes remaining here in regulation. Again, the clock stops on the scoreboard and on our scoreboard graphic, but we've got a stopwatch over here. We're down to approximately 4:40 to go here in the second half. Milford still holding on to the 2-1 lead. Oyster River, though, threatening as they have the ball in the corner.
That's a pretty good turn, and that'll stay with them.
Throw in by Saunders. Saunders scored the only goal for Oyster River with 20:23 remaining in the first half, as Milford scored one in the first half and one in the second half. Bobcats looking for the equalizer to try to tie it up.
Nice setup and a good touch, and that's a push. They didn't call it.
Oh, boy.
And, boy, the OR faithful are upset in the stands below us here.
Bobcats still have possession, though. As we're down to approximately 4 minutes remaining here in the second half. Play along the far side, right at midfield. With it to his handwork right at midfield. Pushes it ahead.
Milford just content to keep it in front of them right now.
Scopel with it. Oh, tries to pass, but I don't think On knew where the ball went.
It was a seeing eye ball and just kept going.
On tries to chase it down. Milford still with it. On playing it on the ground. And it goes out of bounds. And a throw in for the Bobcats. Down to approximately 3 minutes and 30 seconds to go here in the second half. Ball knocked out of bounds. Bobcats with another throw in. Milford still leading 2-1.
Milford doing a good job of milking the clock right now.
This
There
one
you
is
go.
booted way back into Oyster River territory. Lots of room to work with for Sterndale. Tries this side of the field, sent it a bit too far. He was looking for Bruner. And a whistle stops play. As we're down to approximately 3 minutes to go in the second half. Milford still with the 2-1 lead. Free kick for Oyster River. Into the box. Bunch
Good
of white
head.
jerseys there to clear it out. And player taken down in the box. No call as the Spartans clear it out of harm's way.
He tried to sell it. Pretty good job trying to sell it, but ref wasn't having any of it.
Back over to the near side.
Oh.
Ball goes out of bounds off of Milford. Another throw in for Oyster River.
That was a great touch right there by Arsenoff to knock that away.
There's another opportunity for the Bobcats. Player slips down. Corner pickup coming for the Bobcats.
Well, doesn't get more exciting than that.
Clock still running. Approximately 2:15 remaining here in the second half. Milford holding on to a 2-1 lead. Best opportunity in a while for the Bobcats here with the corner kick.
Truly.
And the official will stop the clock.
Looks like we got a cramp.
Bobcats milking it just a little extra maybe too to get this corner kick set up.
Also part of the game. Outward bender coming up.
So approximately 2 minutes and 5 seconds left to go. Here in regulation, Oyster River trailing 2-1. Cleared out by Milford towards the near sideline. Race for it. And the Spartans will just kick it out of bounds. And Scopel picks it back up. He's ready to go for Oyster River.
Boy, Scopel has found an extra bit of reserve in that tank. I'm impressed.
Oyster River still with it, with possession. They'll back it back out. Here's Sterndale.
How you looking on your unofficial clock?
I've got 1:35 remaining here in the second half in regulation.
Holy cow.
And a takeaway by Milford. Counterattack possible, or will they just eat a few seconds off the clock? This is Arsenoff with it.
And
Still playing keep away with 1:23 to go.
And he got that ball, and the OR faithful are upset, but he got that ball away off the boot.
Milford content to play keep away right now, but Oyster River steals it back. Bobcats with the opportunity here.
Nice
70 seconds to go in regulation. Oyster River needs a goal to tie it up. They trail 2-1. Goes in the corner. This will just be a throw-in, though, for the Bobcats deep in the corner.
And there's that speed from Sora. He's been showing it all game.
Down to approximately 50 seconds to go in regulation. Long throw-in into the box. Headed around. And that goes out off of Oyster River, and Milford able to get the sixth kick and drain a few more seconds off the clock. We're down to approximately 40 seconds left in regulation.
And I expect a very deliberate goal kick here.
Referee looking at his watch, almost ready to stop it if no action is made. Down to approximately 25 seconds to go. Here's the boot by Milford. Out towards midfield. And it's booted towards the sideline. And a throw-in for Milford. This should just about do it.
Could do it, yeah. I mean, I wonder how much time.
Down to about 10 seconds approximately left in this match.
And don't forget, Arsenoff was down for a minute or so. They may, if OR has another look, they may give him a little chance.
So I've got zeros on my clock. We're down to the final seconds in this match. As Rich mentioned, there may be some injury time added. Referee looking at the watch. Bobcats looking to throw it in. They maybe have time for one more rush. And that's it. Referee blows the whistle. Clock is hit triple zeros. And the Milford Spartans are on to the championship match as they defeat Oyster River by a final score of 2-1. What an impressive
game. Terrific game.
Competitive, exciting. We had a little bit of everything, a penalty kick, a save, and a great competitive match here. But Milford, the 3 seed, upsets the number 2 seed Oyster River by a final score of 2-1. We will take a timeout, be back to wrap things up and preview our next game, which will feature the number 1 seed Campbell Cougars taking on the number 5 seeded Lebanon Raiders right after these words here on the NFHS Network.
Hi, this is Deb Cody with the Dow Group at Keller Williams Coastal and Lakes and Mountains Realty. I have a passion for helping people, and I love to help people with their real estate goals, whether it's buying, selling, or investing. I'm licensed in New Hampshire, Massachusetts, and Maine, and work with an incredible team, the Dow Group, which has been the number 1 real estate team in New Hampshire for the past several years. Collectively, the team has sold over $1 billion worth of real estate in the past 20 years. If you're curious to know what the local market is like in your area, feel free to reach out via my website, deb.thedowgroup.com, and let's get connected.
Final score here at Bill Ball Stadium in Exeter, New Hampshire. Milford, the Spartans defeat Oyster River by a score of 2-1. So Milford will play either Lebanon or Campbell. That game coming up at approximately 6:15 Eastern Time here on the NFHS Network. And the championship game will take place on Friday night. Portions of the match today brought to you by Jewett Construction. Jewett Construction, in partnership with the NHIAA, is offering a special scholarship to support student athletes who are pursuing careers in the trades. If you're interested in a rewarding career in the trades, be sure to apply and take advantage of this opportunity to invest in your future. For more information on how to apply, you can visit NHIAA.org. Let's build a stronger future together. And the NHIAA would like to thank Aroma Joe's for providing free coffee to our championship volunteers and officials. You can visit aromajoes.com to check out the menu and find a location near you. Final Forms leads the way in sports registration and compliance, health and safety for the athletes, and is an official partner of the NHIAA. You can visit finalforms.com. That's finalforms.com for more information. Also, Service Credit Union is proud to offer School Spirit debit cards for all NHIAA schools. Visit NHIAA.org to learn how to sign up for your school for free financial literacy training. You can earn cash bonuses for your programs and spread your school spirit. And the NHIAA is proud to use products from Wilson Sporting Goods for athletes to perform their best. They require the best, and that's what Wilson has delivered for over 100 years. Learn more about Wilson Sporting Goods online at wilson.com. You see Milford retreating back to their sidelines after greeting their fans. Milford wins over Oyster River today by a score of 2-1. They go to the championship match here in Exeter on Friday against either Lebanon or Campbell. Great match that we saw here, Rich, and really competitive. Oyster River had their chances, especially late in that second half. Milford got a couple of great goals, but still the Bobcats in it until the final seconds.
Yeah, and there's one kid I want to single out is the goalkeeper for Oyster River, Caden Parr. I mean, he must have had a dozen saves, and 3 or 4 of them were just jaw-dropping, and including the penalty stop. And, score aside, he would get my MVP no matter what. But I used to say you can't stop a landslide with the back of your hand, and he tried but couldn't get there. But OR has nothing to hang their heads about. Really great effort.
Bobcats fell short, though, tonight, 2-1. That means that the Spartans, the number 3 seed, will move on to the championship game against either Lebanon or Campbell. And that championship game will take place here at Exeter on Friday, and we'll have it for you on the NFHS Network. So our next match, scheduled to start at 6:15 Eastern Time, will feature the number 5 seeded Raiders of Lebanon taking on the number 1 seeded Campbell Cougars. Rich, Steve, and I will be back in just a few moments to bring you a preview of that game and bring you the play-by-play as well. I want to say thank you to our producer-engineer, Steve Cody, also to my broadcast partner, Rich McDonough, and also the fantastic folks here at Exeter. If we were cold last night, they warmed it up. They let us keep the windows open tonight for this late autumn night where temperatures are still in the 60s. So we certainly appreciate the folks here at Exeter High School and the NHIAA. So for Steve and Rich, my name is Dave Collins. Final score for the final time. Milford moves on to the championship game with a 2-1 victory over Oyster River. We'll join you at 6:15 Eastern Time for Lebanon and Campbell right here on the NFHS Network.